operate more consistently. Keywords of the same cue of the sentence and the end of it aren't connected. Establishing conditions in which decision making and tactical judgment can operate more consistently. Okay. Are they saying that they want it to be okay? Let's think about it. Establishing conditions in which decision making. So are they saying that like they want to make it so that when you are -4 in front of Lars, or you're -5 in front of Leo, or you're whatever, when you're in these situations, the options available to you, that this decision-making tactical judgment can operate more consistently, so that you have the play. Is that a decent? Is that a decent read? Is that a decent read? Is that a decent read? So now, when you are in stance X, you have more consistent options to beat other options. Is that what they're trying to say? Come on, transition's hard. This is actually hard. Transition's actually pretty hard. Listen, Chad, we knew they weren't going to remove Heat. It was always going to be said, no. I'm with you. We know that. We knew they weren't going to remove Heat. That's not the issue. I'm not bitching because they're not removing Heat. I'm bitching because I expected there to be big changes in a positive direction. Big changes. Right? And they literally come out and said, there won't be big changes. I'm like, but you said, or at least very much implied there'd be big changes. That's what I think it means. Yeah. So they're basically saying that, like, in these canned mix-up scenarios, the counterplay should be able to be applied more consistently, right? In the decision-making, tactical judgment can operate more consistently. So when you have to make a choice, your choice can result in set outcomes more consistently. That's like the best interpretation I could have. Maybe we should just rewrite this. Maybe we should rewrite. So maybe once the patch comes out, we should reread this and then rewrite it to be like, hey, here's what they actually said, and come up with a template. So next time they give some book people, we know ahead of time what they mean. I'm so pissed. Next time. I think the devs in the game will be more aggressive, but defensive options will be consistent. Like, yeah, sure, maybe, right? Maybe. Okay. Refined balance and back to basics aren't final goals. They're simply principles that help guide the team in evaluating issues and deciding how to adjust the game moving forward. Okay, respectfully, if they aren't final goals, if they are simply
testing.
Why the fuck did you tell us this? This should be internal stuff. You should have a plaque on your wall that says, remember guys, back to basics, refine balance. Because it's not. Why are you telling me this then? This should have been internal. If it wasn't your goal to go back to basics, if it wasn't your goal to refine balance, if it was just like internal guidelines for yourself, then just keep it to yourself. Why put that in the marketing material? When you put it in the marketing material, you're telling me that's where you're going. But now you're being like, so where we're going. It's kind of an internal suggestion. Then keep it internal. Let's keep it internal. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's actually pissing me off. I'm legit getting flashbacks to defensive patch. I'm legit getting flashbacks. And nothing makes me angry about this because C4 and Finty were telling me, Chad, you're fucking naive. And I'm like, bro, I believe. C4, you're wrong. Finty, you're wrong. Now I owe this motherfuckers an apology. This is pissing me off, bro. This is actually pissing me off. Don't believe in these niggas. Don't believe in these niggas. Don't believe in these niggas ever again. Never again, bruv. Never again. Don't believe in these niggas. I can't believe what I'm reading. I can't believe. I know some people think I'm overreacting, but I'm actually not, because I place faith in a company that didn't actually earn it. And now they've come. To be fair, I'm grateful that they've done it now. I'm not on the night of the bat. You know what I mean? I'm glad that they've been like, you know what? We may have oversold them. We may have oversold these niggas. So actually, let's break their heart now. So now I just know not to expect nothing come much. It's actually crazy. It's actually fucking crazy. I'm actually pissed. Refined balance reflects a phased and measured approach to adjustment. making incremental refinements rather than building systems in a single step while maintaining the moral upright of harmony. Back to basics establishes the criteria for assessment whether exchanges of offense and defense function appropriately, whether defensive and evasive decisions are reflected accurately in outcome, and whether individual errors produce disproportionately large consequences. There is literally nothing here that relates back. Do you understand? If you told me our goal is to assess whether exchanges of offense and defense function appropriately, whether defensive and evasive actions are reflected accurately in outcomes, whether individual errors reproduce disproportionately large consequences, this is good. This is good, right? But I would not describe this process as going back to basics. Do you know what I mean? These are two complete separate things. Right? If you and we want to adjust the risk reward ratio on key interactions, right? Which is like the normal way of describing what they just said. If we want to reevaluate the risk reward proposition on a variety of interactions, cool. That is not going back to basics. It's a good thing, but it's not back to basics. So why are you still back to basics? Can you get mad at middle manager? I'm not getting mad at middle manager. I'm actually not. I'm getting mad at whoever the fuck wrote this because they haven't done their job and they're not communicating shit to me. I'm not getting mad at the middle manager. If they literally said, hey, we're not going back to basics, we're literally going to evaluate the risk reward on key interactions, that's a different statement. When you say back to basics, that's big talk, bro. That's actually big talk. That's actually big talk. That's actually big talk. What did you interpret back to basics to mean? For me, what back to basics always means is, okay, we have made a bunch of changes, changes that we thought would make the game better, right? A bunch of what we thought were progressive changes. We've actually realized that the additional level of complexity has actually made the game worse. There was actually something better in the old version than what we have now. So we're actually going to strip away a lot of new things in order to get a more distilled, a more refined version of what we have. That to me is what we do. If you any process, if anyone says we're going back to basics, you're implying we're going back to an earlier time, right? Or an earlier version. Let's say version 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. You're basically saying we're going back to something closer to 1.1 because we realize we've lost something as we've quote unquote moved forward. That's what back to basics mean. So whether back to basics means going back to Tekken 5, going back to Tekken 4, 6, or whatever, or even going back to Season 1, whatever, it implies a reversion. It implies a reversion. Chat, let me know if I'm crazy. When you say going back to basics in anything, it implies a reversion from early time to the early version, right? It's implicit. It's implicit. It's a back to basics. It's implicit. So you know back to basics would imply this game better be fun. Something that had been nerfed before would be buffed, or something that had been buffed before would be nerfed, right? You're reverting to an earlier decision that had in the progression. Right? That's not an easy interpretation. That's what the term means. Words have meaning, chat. Words have meaning. Back to basics means a reversion. It does. The coping cycle has to end, Chad. You're spilling facts, and we want. Bro, I don't want Maury said. It's not personal. It's actually not personal. It's actually not personal. You want to know who I'm actually angry at? I'm actually angry at myself. I'm actually angry at myself. That's the worst thing. I'm actually not angry at Tekken. I'm actually not angry at Tekken. Why would you get angry at the rattlesnake for biting you? It's a rattlesnake. That's its job. That's its job. I'm angry at myself for expecting anything else. Do you know what I mean? What the heck? It's making me angry. It's feeding itself. It's like, why do I feel like this? I didn't expect this. Why did I expect this? I'm so angry. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm angry. King J, you couldn't hear this on of course. King J started shocking. I knew the vision. King J's been saying it's going to be shit for the past 6 months. He's like, we don't have to matter. It's you. this week. I'm in.
Wind Blade.
Sorry. Angry because they just won. So, because I should fucking know better. I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old to be falling for marketing gimmicks. I'm too old to believe in marketing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually too old for this shit. I've been following the Genshin shit for years. I should have known better. I should have fucking known better than to trust these motherfuckers. Back to basics means homing heat burst with hella push. Like, exactly. Do you know what I mean? I actually should have known better. You were in love, Chad? It's toxic X? Yeah, maybe. But even then, like, I'm one of those people, like, if your ex abused you and you stayed with them, that's on you. If they abuse you, that's on them. If you stayed with them, that's on you. Yeah, but what does Shinblade think? Shinblade's happy with the game currently. Shinblade's like, this is the best game he's ever been. So he's fine. He's happy. I'm happy for him. I wish I felt about this game the way Shinblade does. Like, people always hate the people who are positive about Tekken 8. I don't. I wish I felt the way that they do. I wish I felt the way they do. Isn't that one thing like Tekken 8?
Today's recommendation is the
I wish I
stick.
felt as happy as they do. I don't know. This game's ass. This game's ass, bro. Shinblade's a moron. It's not a moron. It's a moron. It's a moron for OG than me. I'm not going to shit about Shinblade. I'm not going to shit about Shinblade. It's totally close this game. This is childish, bro. People who enjoy this game.
Why am I so
slow? I'm just not enjoying it. You know what I mean? It's not for me. It's just not for me. That's why I'm talking about. I'm not angry at Shinblade. I'm not angry at Tekken. I'm angry at myself. Why the fuck am I still here, bro? Why the fuck am I still here? You know what I'm saying? Why am I still here? Is it good that they don't want to simply go back to older systems? They should ban Tekken 8, not regress to an older game. It's the 9-5. You know what? Fair. But if that's your philosophy, then maybe make a large marketing campaign that will call back to basics. That's all the fuck I'm saying. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Don't say you're going back to basics. What you say is perfectly reasonable. What you say is perfectly reasonable. They shouldn't go back to old systems. They should just ban Tekken 8. Fine. And if that's what they said they were going to do,
How the hell do I do this?
my expectations would be exactly aligned with what they intend to do. The problem is, they said we're going back to basics, and they have the audacity to first line say, please turn to not to know a return to earlier Tekken battle systems. Now, what the fuck do those words denote? The fuck do those words denote, chat? What do they denote? What do they denote, chat? Help me. Fucking help me. What do those words denote?
Guess I just tried these guys. It's really fun.
It's communication. Accordingly, Season 3 does not guarantee dramatic immediate shifts, such as substantially strengthening defense or significantly weakening offense in ways that the originally intended gameplay philosophy of Tekken 8. It's too early for details. All we can tell you two of the things we're not going to do, okay? And these are those things are the things you most want. Please be excited. Please be excited for season 3. Please be excited for season 3.
Windblade.
This game is impossible.
We can't tell you what we're going to do. We can only tell you two of the things that we aren't going to do. And lo and behold, there's two things you most want. Please pre-order. I don't know what these niggas. The fact that they say it means they know what we want, but still they won't do it. It's even worse. Exactly. Ulos, that's your first time chatting, and it's a prime comment. Your heart is right. This is the fact that they felt the need to write this suggests that internally they know what people want, and they're like, shit, we also know we're not going to deliver, so we should probably burst the bubble now. You don't want to burst the bubble on March 17th. These niggas gonna review bomb. These motherfuckers are gonna fucking, they're gonna review bomb. They're gonna go crazy. They're gonna go crazy ahead of the release. So in some ways, I'm glad they're doing it now. If they don't make drastic changes, but they use back to basics as a balancing mentality, would you be okay with it? I'm not saying they actually will. If they solely shifted, inseparable, less forced, would you think back to basics is fulfilled? No. And I'll tell you why. It's a good question. But the reason why I wouldn't is because it's been 8 months. They have spent the past 8 months doing nothing on a balance and system standpoint, which meant that at the very least, season 3 needed to be big. You get what I'm saying? After 8 months, season 3 needed to be big. It needs to be big. It needs to be an explosion. So you can't just be like, well, we're going to make small changes out, but over time we're going to make bigger ones. No. Come March 17th, the game needs to feel substantively different to what we had before, in the right direction.
Where is the teleportation?
They actually have to. Back to basics means go back and basically get your wallet, please. These niggas are crazy, bro. Back to basics in season 1 again. Season 1 was anything but basics, bro. That's so weird, bro. Why don't they just do what they do? I don't know. Oh, we are still gonna review what fucking. How am I gonna review what again? Do I need to care? Like, this is actually a funeral for not giving a fuck about this. I swear to God.
This game is too.
You can't keep doing this to me. You actually can't keep doing this. I actually can't let you. This is fucking crazy. This is such.
Time consuming.
This game. I've defended. I've spoken to people. I've sat there on panels with
How do we like this game?
King J, like you guys are being too negative. I have faith in these things. I have faith in that they're gonna pull it off. They learned their lesson. It's a new regime. I use that term. It's a new regime. They understand what's happening, and they've been gone for 8 months. There's no way they've been quiet for 8 months. They're not gonna give us a patch of a lifetime come season 3. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, nigga. They can't. It's been 8 months. They've learned their lesson.